we are 2 weeks away from National Signing Day, the early signing day.
Lord Jesus. Hoy. Wow.
What needs to get done between now and then?
Nothing. You know, I mean, making sure that, well, no, the one thing is making sure that you don't have everybody jump out of the boat. That's it. Sign who you can and move forward from there. You know, and again, take your time with the process this year, because the bump for a new coach is not current cycle that's about to finish. It's first full cycle, so 2023. So this time next year, with whomever the new coach is, that cycle is where you will see a bump, right? But right now, in December of 2021, that is not when you're going to see a huge change, right? With like the singular exception of Lincoln Riley going from Oklahoma to USC and having recruited a ton of top players from Southern California and being like, hey, man, come over to University of South Central. You don't got to go to Norman, Oklahoma. All right, cool. I got you, coach. You know what I mean? Where you already have that built in where they will follow you or something like that. Cool. But like none of the candidates have anybody built in like that. So yeah, it's really just making sure that everybody does not jump out of the boat, hold par, hold serve. And it's really going to be a Michigan State-like transfer class. This is really going to be a huge transfer portal class. And like the transfer portal gets deeper and deeper every day. Chris Bogle, who Miami recruited and went to Florida, he just got into the portal. Zach Evans, a 5-star running back from 2 cycles ago. TCU, he's in the portal now. Theo Weiss from Oklahoma in the portal. Another one, I think Mims, another wide receiver from Oklahoma. And hey, if you're Theo Weiss specifically, because I think that he has a higher ceiling than the other kid, all you need to do is call your boy Charleston Rambo, who shared the wide receiver room with you last year, and ask him about his time and experience in Miami and this monster ACC rookie and offensive rookie of the year quarterback who had him run up numbers where Charleston Rambo, and I didn't even mention this, so Mike Harley is the all-time career leading receiver in terms of number in a single game and a career at Miami. He had 13 catches in the last game, which is a Miami record, and surpassed Reggie Wayne as the number 1 in terms of all-time catches at Miami. That's 1, right? Charleston Rambo has the most catches and yards in a single season. Well, no, catches, and is approaching yards, or he might have gotten it, yards in a single season in Miami Hurricanes history. So he came here for 1 year and it's at the top of the record books. Bro, 5-star Theo Weiss. Fam, I'm leaving because Charleston Rambo's not coming back. I know people ask me, go get that money. Even if it's second, third round money, go to the league, start to run up a check, do that. But he's leaving. That means we got a gap, right? And I know you're looking at, but what about Romello Princeton and K5? And yeah. They're going to be there too, and they're going to be great. But why don't you come on down, bro? You know what I mean? Like, you can make that happen. And it's really going to be on the transfers, I think, that's really going to make this class this year. Because you're not going to get, I mean, if you get double digits, if you get a dozen or a baker's dozen, which is 13 for those if you get that many high school recruits this year at Miami, I think that you're in a really good spot and fill the rest out with transfers. But to get there, I think, you gotta hold serve through early signing, and then, hope and pray. I think that the Anthony Lucas train has left the station. The 5-star defensive lineman of Haitian descent, whose parents went to Miami, who now lives in Arizona. You got there's the offensive lineman from Washington State, Malik Agbo. I don't know how realistic that is, but if Miami changes coaches, he can take another official visit. So, hey, you're going after Samar Stewart still. You're going after Nigel Kelly still. All-American. All of these names I'm throwing out to you are All-Americans, right? You hold on to the 8 that you got, get 7 of them to sign early. You get 1, maybe 2 of those names that I mentioned right there. That puts you close to 10. Maybe you squeeze out another 1 or 2, who are quality, and then you get the rest as transfers. I think that that's maybe a positive way to go about it. But, yeah, basically, again, the long story short is don't burn the house down in terms of recruiting before the early signing period. As long as you don't burn the house down, I think that we can be okay.
There's Falconer X again. Our man, it's easy. All Miami needs to do is hire an AD, new head coach, save the recruiting class, and keep the current players. Piece of cake.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, nice and simple, right? So, yeah, but, the players, players are going to leave. It happens everywhere, especially if you're going to have a new coach. And there have already been players who have left, D. Wiggins and Mark Pope and Gervin Hall and there's more, we know. But they're going to be players who leave. And, that opens up room for, more scholarships and more transfers. And hopefully we take advantage of that. But, it seems like a categorical list. Hopefully we'll see sometime soonish an AD hired. And, David Lake said it on Inside the U, who's been, dropping insider notes and things like that. And, Barry Jackson from Miami Herald hinted at this as well. But you really want there to be, this process needs to be handled in an appropriate way. And I think that the silence is golden in some of these instances because Cristobal could be extended at Oregon, and that has not been announced or said. Lane Kiffin could get extended at Ole Miss. That has not been announced or said. It has not been said that Manny Diaz is returning. You know what I mean? And I know that there have been some leaks from some people about the process and the names and but I think that there's enough silence so there are real G's moving around like lasagna. You know what I mean? That we're doing what needs to be done. And, Les Miles, back when he was at LSU, was going to leave LSU to go back and rebuild Michigan where he played. And 2 national journalists let the cat out of the bag early. And then he was asked about it. And then that was I have a damn fine team and a damn strong, there was that press conference, right? Because you got amateur hour. Like if we've worked it out, STFU, let him go through the SEC championship game or whatever it is. And then, like a Lincoln Riley, come out, announce it. That's how you make power moves. You don't talk about the power moves, you make the power moves. But whomever associated with Michigan had loose lips, and then it got out, and now Les is saying, okay, well, nah, I'm not going to do that. Because I told you the one thing was shut up about it, right? And then you didn't do it that way. You didn't handle it the appropriate way. And think about that with Mario Cristobal, right? If we're coming out saying, if not we, but if the program is coming out and really pushing for, and if you fire Manny Diaz early and then you push for Mario Cristobal and say these things, we're looking at, alums, that puts him in a bad situation because he has the Pac-12 championship game to go through. But if you're handling it like this is appropriate. Hey, we're going to do the back channel thing because it always happens. I can communicate with the reps. I know that he's hearing it and everything. But we're going to handle it this way. We're not going to make a scene. We're not going to say anything up front. And when you're done with that championship game, now we're going to get to work. Now we're going to bring you home. Boom. That's how you handle things. And I think that I hope that the lack of direct commentary means that we're handling things at Miami in that kind of a way. But, I was going to make an analogy that would have made me personally upset. So I'm not going to say that one. But regardless of the interior process, I needed to get done. And it meaning hiring an athletic director with quality, firing Manny Diaz, and hiring a quality head coach, being Lane Kiffin or Mario Cristobal. However you go about the means towards that is whatever. I care about the ends, the results. That's what I'm looking for.